and choking her for another 3 to 4 minutes until she was dead. Bubbly, outgoing Jholie, who had dreams of attending NYU, was gone. Her body was dragged into the woods where Nebiyu tried to cover her under leaves and brush at the base of a tree. He used Jholie's cell phone to text her sister that message about the party at Old Dominion before shutting it off. Not wanting to have her Snapchat messages in any way connect back to him, Nebiyu told police that he took Jholie's cell phone and removed the SIM card, tossing it in a weighted bag into a water retention pond near the intersection of Pondside Terrace and Pole Road. Later that night, he returned to the murder scene with a chef's knife he brought from his home on Diablo Court. Digging out a shallow grave, he placed Jholie's body inside, covering it again with debris to camouflage the spot. He'd made a full confession.
At one point, Ebrahim used his mother's phone to Google how long it takes to choke someone to death.
He admitted that he'd killed Jholie out of anger, that she was being punished for his own actions. She'd wanted to leave him, but he wasn't going to let that happen. Given their history, many weren't too surprised to find out that Jholie's ex had been arrested for the murder, although online speculation had many suspicious of Jholie's dad. When Peggy Fox conducted that Facebook Live from his home 3 days after Jholie went missing, he had a large gash underneath one eye that was stitched up. As soon as he was on camera, Peggy pointed out his injury and that he had been hit by a door in an attempt to squelch any conjecture before it began. But it's Facebook, and most commenters didn't seem to buy her explanation. Considering the police visited the family at least 4 times right after Jholie didn't come home, it's fairly safe to assume that they found evidence that the injury occurred prior to January 12th. Nebiyu Ebrahim was now 18 years old and was therefore held at Fairfax County Adult Detention Center and was officially indicted and charged as an adult on November 19, 2018. He was held without bond and appointed a public defender. On June 12, 2019, he sat emotionless in court before pleading guilty to first-degree murder as part of a plea deal. There would be no trial. On August 30, 2019, as his sentencing approached, Nebiyu attempted to withdraw his guilty plea, although he had made a 5-hour-long confession. That was denied, and on September 4th, even though his lawyer argued that, quote, "Children are constitutionally different from adults. They have diminished culpability and greater prospects for reform." Nebiyu was sentenced to life in prison. In court, he admitted to beating and strangling Jholie to death before making a feeble, less than heartfelt attempt at an apology.
No, it sounded contrived today, and you look at the details of what he said. I wanted to spare you the trial to the family, making himself the hero, still controlling. There was no remorse.
Since he was a juvenile when he murdered Jholie, he can make an attempt at a conditional release when he's 60 years old in just over 40 years. Jholie's father moved from the area soon after her murder. Her twin sister moved to Texas with their mother following Jholie's death, where the pair worked to put their pain into progress, much as Marin Sanchez's mother, Donna Cimarelli, has worked to do. Jholie's aunt established Not a Runaway, a nonprofit organization designed to help missing teens be more aggressively searched for, whether they're a habitual runaway or not. Teen domestic violence education is also offered. This family feels that an Amber Alert should have been issued and may have helped Jholie, and this organization pushes a similar system for runaways be established. Visit notarunaway.org to see how you can help out, or if you or someone you know needs help finding a lost teen. If you need help with domestic violence, call 1-800-799-7233 and visit thehotline.org for victim and survivors resources. There's always people to help.
All we want at the end of the day is for the world to understand her name is Jholie Moussa, and she did not run away.
Be back soon, lovelies, but until next time, don't be scared.